If we're talking about a theory of everything, the first question we have to establish, does God exist?
Yes.
Simple as
Yes.
that.
The reality has an identity, okay? The identity is that as which something exists. Matter of fact, when you say the word reality, you're naming an identity. It is, you're identifying something. That's what the CTMU says. It just comes up with the mathematical structure that you need to build a reality out of, you see? So you come up with that identity and then you search it for its properties. You see, once you've built the preliminary framework, then you start deducing the properties of this identity, and you find out that those properties match those of God as described in most of the world's major religions. You can deny the existence of God, or are its properties such that God definitely has to exist? And the answer is, God exists. Properties of the central substance and central principle of reality, those properties are attributed to God, including, of course, things like you have the three O's: omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence, but then you've also got consciousness. God has to be sentient.
We're not just defining God out of existence. Sometimes you'll hear people say God exists, but they'll give God such a weak and shallow definition that the God that they're describing has no relation to the God that we conceive of. You're saying, no, God himself is conscious and therefore personal?
Yes. You can establish a personal relationship with God. We're images of God. You know what an image is? It's basically the product of a mapping. God maps himself into each human being.
Is your claim a pantheistic claim that God is the universe, or the universe is God, and that's that? Or no? Or is God outside of the universe and created?
God is greater than, what is the universe?
What if reality itself was conscious? What if the universe wasn't just a collection of stars and planets, but a vast, self-aware system, constantly processing information, learning, and evolving? This isn't science fiction. It's the core idea behind one of the most ambitious and mind-bending theories of everything ever proposed, the Cognitive Theoretic Model of the Universe, or CTMU, developed by Christopher Langan, a man once dubbed the smartest man in America. Today, we're diving deep into the CTMU. Forget everything you thought you knew about reality, consciousness, and even God. Langan's model challenges conventional physics and philosophy, suggesting that the universe operates less like a machine and more like a mind. It's a framework where information, thought, and existence are inextricably linked, where mathematics meets metaphysics, and where the deepest questions about why we are here find potentially revolutionary answers. So what exactly is the CTMU? At its heart, Langan proposes that reality is a comprehensive language, a self-processing, self-configuring system. Think of it like a giant cosmic computer that is simultaneously the hardware, the software, the programmer, and the data. It's not just describing the universe. Langan argues it is the universe. He calls this fundamental entity the Supertautology, a structure that must exist because its existence is logically necessary for anything else to exist. This isn't just abstract philosophy. Langan builds his model using principles from mathematics, logic, physics, and cognitive science. He argues that for reality to be consistent and understandable, which it appears to be, as science itself demonstrates, it must be grounded in a closed, comprehensive system where all parts are interconnected and mutually defined. Imagine reality as a language. Every object, every force, every thought is like a word or a sentence within this language. The rules governing how these elements interact are the grammar. But crucially, in the CTMU, this language isn't static. It's constantly speaking itself into existence, defining and refining itself through its own internal processing. It's a system that is both the map and the territory, the description and the thing described. The role of God in the CTMU. A central and perhaps controversial aspect of the CTMU is its reinterpretation of God. Langan argues that the existence of God isn't just a matter of faith, but a logical necessity for reality to function. Within the CTMU framework, God is synonymous with the ultimate computational and conscious substrate of reality, the system's ability to self-configure, process information, and be self-aware.